Hi guys, welcome back. This is Kelis Tarot with your Daily Astrology Read for November 12th, 2018. Happy Monday, happy Monday. It's raining here where I am. If you cannot hear that in the background. So it's gonna be one of those days, right? Cloudy, dark, raining. I like it though. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get back into so I have been out since Wednesday, I believe, of last week. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump back into this. So all right, guys, so what is going on with the sky as of right now? All right, so currently we have Jupiter in Sagittarius. It has made its transition back home. And I know most people have most likely been hearing like a lot of good things about, oh, Jupiter, the planet of like money and wealth. Yeah, that's all true and everything, but it also depends on where the hell Jupiter and Sagittarius sit in your chart, because Jupiter could be moving to a place of your chart that's not so good. We know that Jupiter blows up everything. So what if Jupiter is moving to a part of your chart that is actually going to blow up your debt instead of your wealth? You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to look at your chart when it comes to being really excited about this Jupiter moving into Sagittarius, because it is going to vary from person to person. That natal chart is everything, okay? It is. You guys can pull that from astro.com. You can pull it from cafeastrology.com. You would just need your birthday and the time of your birth, whatever is on your birth certificate. If the time is not there, just use 12 a.m. and you will still get an accurate snapshot, or shall I say as close to accurate as possible, since you do not have the exact date of your birth, okay? You will be able to review your results right there and or print them out for later reference, okay? So it's important. So I just really wanted to stop right there with that first planetary alignment of Jupiter moving into Sagittarius. Yes, this is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing depending on where Jupiter and Sag is sitting in your chart. You could be about to get a lot of money or cash out in businesses or whatever it is, but again, that chart is everything. It could have like, it could move to a place of your chart, all that student loan debt, now they are suing and coming after you and your assets and everything, and hell, you may be about to lose your car or something because they put a lien. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, the point I'm making with this Jupiter and Sagittarius is, baby, pull your chart, okay? Anybody can do it. And in all honesty, it's not that hard to interpret it unless you are trying to dig deeper and pull very, very specific things out, okay? But for the most part, just skimming it is really good to know which planets are touching you and how they are going to affect you. So yes, back to the point. We have Jupiter who has went home to Sagittarius. Okay, we have Pluto and Saturn both in Capricorn, an awesome duo. Again, depending upon the state of one's natal chart. Okay? But it's an awesome duo for me because of my natal chart. Okay? So, yes, we have Pluto and Saturn both in Capricorn. You know, Pluto sees what needs to be done, and Saturn shows Pluto the necessary steps to get it done, okay? We have Neptune and Cryon, who is retrograde in Pisces. This alignment is helping, you know, one to see very clearly the environment in its predictive moves or its potential outcomes, okay? So you got Jupiter and Sagittarius, a lot of people dealing with business and money, contracts, things like that. You got Pluto and Saturn. Pluto who sees what needs to be done, Saturn who shows Pluto how to get it done. You got Neptune and Cryon retro and Pisces helping, you know, one to see again very clearly the environment, the potential outcomes, and if you're really good, the predictive moves. Okay. We have Mars in Aquarius, you know, over there giving no fucks to what people think, feel, say. You know, the Mars in Aquarius is about what it wants to do, what it is about to do, or what it is currently doing. Okay. We got Mercury, who is also in Sagittarius, which is not really an agreeable thing. But, I mean, like, Mercury is not very comfortable in Sagittarius. For one, because Mercury is not about getting the small details in order. Sagittarius is more about the bigger picture, usually missing the small details, and usually we'll have to go back and fix that. So Mercury, most of the time can have a really hard time in Sagittarius, but I feel like this is an exception because I feel like this Mercury in Sagittarius, like, it's more of a search and discover vibe here. Working out like the trinkets of details, which Sag alone is not good at since it's a bigger picture type of energy. Okay, again, often having to go back and go over the details any damn way, which wastes a lot of time in the long run. So I think this Mercury may be uncomfortable, yet extremely helpful for the Sag energy in particular, and especially if, like, you have Jupiter and Sag in a favorable part of your natal chart, okay? We have Venus still retro through Libra. Simply put, to each their own, to each their own. We have the Moon in Capricorn. That's about emotional self-improvement being the case here, because we are talking about the Moon, right? We know what Capricorn is about: structure, stability, policies, institution, government, whatever. So, if one can align their emotions with the task at hand, that's a much better job done. Also, if one can align with their current environment, the current emotional environment. You know, for like example, you may be a very like emotional creature, but like does the environment call for that? You know, and moreover, is it conducive to your bottom line? I'm just asking a serious question because everybody does not cater to a crybaby, and that's just the truth. You know, they rather get rid of you because you're like an emotional liability. See, everything that I just named off, all of these planetary alignments, to sum this up, is leading into self-improvement and reformation. Jupiter and Sagittarius. Okay, that's about blowing up, you know, whatever is going on in your life that needs self-improvement, that needs reformation. We have Pluto and Saturn, both in Capricorn. Okay, Pluto seeing what needs to be done. Saturn showing Pluto the necessary steps to get there. Self-improvement and reformation. Neptune, Cryon, and retrograde in Pisces. Helping people to see the environment clearly. The potential outcomes. Others' predictive ass moves. Again, self-improvement and reformation. Mars and Aquarius. Like I said, just off in the distance over there, not giving a damn about people. What they think, what they feel. This Mars in Aquarius is about what it want to do, how it's going to do it, and how to do it, how to go about doing it. Okay, again, self-improvement and reformation. That Mercury in Sagittarius. Okay, because Sagittarius is not really good on small details but more the big picture, so that Mercury is sitting there to help the Sagittarius talk about and communicate about small details to help whatever one has going on in their life, wherever these alignments hit in your chart. But the point is that Mercury in Sagittarius again is about talking about and expanding on self-improvement and reformation. Okay, this is the point in me calling out these current planetary alignments. Again, we have Venus still retro through Libra. Again, simply put, to each his own. You know, Moon in Capricorn, emotional self-improvement. This is not a time for... This is a time where being emotional about your environment, about your circumstances, and having pity parties, it's not going to get you anywhere. If it gets you anywhere, it's going to be with the door shut in your face, because this is the current environment alignment that is happening in the sky. Okay, so if you are a very emotional creature, you may want to dial that back a bit because it may not be conducive to your bottom line. Again, this is about self-improvement and reformation on so many levels. Okay, so I feel like I had to go back and clean that up because a lot of y'all did not see where I was going, so I needed to clean that up so that it wouldn't sound like a bunch of chitter chatter, because that is exactly not what it is. When I speak, I'm going somewhere and I am trying to make a point. So I hope you guys got that point. So let's keep it moving. So yes, we have the Moon in Capricorn, and the Moon in Capricorn is also in alignment with that Neptune. Okay, seeing straight past tears and buckets of false ass emotions. The Moon in Capricorn, it is also in alignment with the Sun. Scorpio, the sun is in Scorpio. So moon in Capricorn is like tit for tat, like buddies right now. And Pluto, another planet that can see straight past the bull and into who and what is in the way of its goals, its projects, its wants, its needs, you know. Pluto is also in alignment with the sun, who is in Scorpio, with Neptune, and with the moon in Capricorn. All of these are in great alignment and in great agreements. It's the word I'm trying to say, with one another. So the bottom line here, with this self-improvement and this reformation going on in the sky, people are not like with the emotional crap today. And quite honestly, you know, some, especially if you are like, you know, that person, they probably just wish you would just throw your emotions out the window, because it's dampening projects, goals, wants, needs, the ability to move on to the next dimension, the next step in life, the next chapter in life. Like, it's dampening that. Throw it out the window. Not only that, but the Cancer North Node also supports this in a lot of ways too, because Cancer North Node supports caring for what is important to you. Capricorn North Node is about supporting and caring for what is important to you. A self-improvement and reformation. It keeps taking me back. Every alignment that I name takes me back to self-improvement and reformation. And when you look at them as a whole in the sky, these planetary alignments as a whole in the sky, as a whole, W-H-O-L-E, is what I'm trying to say. As a whole in the sky, this is what I see. Self-improvement and reformation and the removal of emotions. Venus going retro, emotions. Neptune retro, emotions. The moving emotions. And then you have Capricorn, Saturn, Pluto, Scorpio, Mercury and Sagittarius. All of these that say remove emotions and get down to self-improvement and or reformation. Yes, because that Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde. So yes, reformation. But you know, again, back to the point that I was making, we have Cancer North Node who says support and care for what's important to you. But then we have the Capricorn South Node who says remove useless emotions and situations while you go for your goals, go for taking care of your family, or go for whatever this is for you. Remove those emotions so that you have a more successful outcome. And that is the bottom line of this. Removing emotions for a more successful outcome. Yes, Cancer is a water sign. Yes, Cancer is an emotional element, water element, and that's why it sits north of taking care of business, projects, families, friends, whatever is near and dear to your heart. But on the opposite side of that Cancer, we have excuse me, we have Capricorn who says balance and structure when it comes to doing that. And Pluto and Saturn, who's sitting in Capricorn, don't really care about emotions, because Saturn and Pluto understands how emotions can be very beneficial yet non-beneficial. And this is one of those moments in time where the climate in the sky says that emotions is it is non-beneficial. It's non-beneficial. So to sum everything up, all of the alignments that I have named from Sun, Scorpio, Moon, Capricorn, Venus retro, Mercury in Sag, Mars in Aquarius, Neptune and Cryon in Pisces, Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn, Jupiter and Sagittarius. When I sum all of these up in the sky and I stand back and I look at these planetary alignments as a whole, what I see today is we are no longer cooking with water. We are cooking with fire. And that's the best way to cook. This is about self-improvement and reformation. Self-improvement and reformation. Neptune Cryon retrograde, making sure you see things for what it is so you can do some real self-improvement. Mercury and Sagittarius, talking about those small details and then having the gift of being given a bigger picture just as a gift from Sagittarius. Self-improvement and reformation. Moon in Capricorn, shift those emotions. And you don't even have to shift the emotions out of the way. Just control them. You know, control the emotions. Don't let the emotions control you. Okay, because Saturn understands, Capricorn understands, this is how you move from one place to another at lightning speed by putting your emotions in the back seat and putting your mind in the front. And swapping positions as necessary. And being very smart and strategic in when you swap those positions when it becomes necessary, okay? I hope I made a lot of sense to you guys today. You know, I tend to sometimes think that I'm all over the place, but then like to y'all it makes perfect sense, you know, which to me it does too, but I just feel like, you know, it can be hard to articulate some of this sometimes. But everything all the way from the Cancer North Node to the Capricorn South Node to Moon in Capricorn, Neptune in Cryon in Pisces, the Sun in Scorpio, Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn, like all of this, guys, everything that I named off, when you look at it as a whole, it is about self-improvement and reformation. It's about taking care of oneself, and it's about doing it in a very structured environment. A very structured environment, or at least an environment that is very predictable. Like, not predictable as in, you know, like what's going to be the outcome. Predictable like as in, you know, what your opponents are going to do. What are they? What are their most likely actions upon your actions, or just simply upon the thought of something that you may or may not do. Okay, you know. Yeah, I think that's it. I feel like anything else I say will be running in circles. But, you know, today, guys, I feel like we are cooking with the necessary element, and that is fire, metaphorically speaking. And I feel like now people are ready to get information or reformation with this Mercury getting ready to go retrograde, going back, getting reformated on what? Self-improvement and reformation. That's all I see. That's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed today's astrology read. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell. Please feel free to comment below, and I will chit chat with you guys later. Bye.